Welcome to HubnSpoke, the podcast for busy marketers looking to get more leads and sales from HubSpot. Discover the latest from the world of content marketing and social media. Here are your hosts from the Kingdom, Zaahn Johnson and Adam Steinhardt.
Welcome back, listeners. Episode 52 underway here at the HubnSpoke. Adam, welcome back.
Hi, Zaahn Johnson. How are you today? Thanks very much for having me.
Good. Thank you very
This
much.
is take two.
Take two. We
Podcast cat.
had an unpausable experience just then with the podcast cat who
Walked across the keyboard.
Anyway, no pets in the workplace.
Correct.
Episode 52. Adam, tell us about the last fortnight. It has been a big one.
Wow, have those HubSpot programmers, they've just gone completely crazy and they've built an entire 1/3 new part of the platform.
I know, that's what it feels like.
A whole hub got built while we were away on a little mini break. So, yeah, amazing stuff, Zaahn. Like, we've now got the Service Hub.
Yeah, lots to get through there, isn't there?
Sure is. And I don't know about you, but it'd be tough being one of those little marketing people at HubSpot because they've got all these new features hitting the website and all those slide decks they've got to make and all those additions to the academy.
Yes,
hard work.
absolutely.
So they do very well along with the programming team. So let's talk about what they are, shall
Very
we?
exciting. Kicking off with our segment number one, what are we liking in HubSpot this week? So,
Big fan of the knowledge base.
Yep.
So knowledge base, well and truly overdue. Somebody's finally worked out that it's important. The appendix side of things in business, the questions, having a really easy to operate area where you can publish effectively answers to customers' questions.
Yep.
So it's great, love it. Have used it, got it working, easy to do, easy to create categories, easy to create headers, uses a very similar sort of syntax that we're used to with HubSpot. So big win. It also is very much available for Google search when you create the knowledge base articles. And look, I see this as a terrific addition, Zaahn Johnson.
Fantastic. Excellent. I'm going back to a couple of features which have been around for a while.
Oh, we're not done yet. There's about 5 other things to go.
I just thought you were sharing, that's all.
No, there's heaps.
No, off you go. You finish up.
Well,
You go.
I could be here for an hour. Well, of course, we've got tickets as part of the new
Sure.
HubSpot Service Hub.
Yes.
And so tickets are those scenarios where you can have your customers, you might have a request or a urgent to do or something's broken or they need some customer support. So tickets can be queued and allocated to the people in your organisation using the tasks and deals board technology that we've become familiar with and no doubt love. I know you use the tasks all the time.
I do use the task all the time. It's a really interesting one, this one, because for us as an agency, we have a really different purpose for using it than, say, some of our clients might. So we obviously can use it to service.
We can put jobs in there.
Yeah. So it's a great tool from that perspective. But for an end user, like a retail environment or something that might have customer service or an actual service centre attached to them. Like if we go back to our Next Bite days, that would have been a perfect tool for us to have actually
amazing.
Tracked, ticketed service calls.
Stumbling over the word triage.
Yes,
triage
exactly.
Triage
So for a service centre, it's just fantastic. And of course, all applied back to the timeline. So full visibility for everyone in the organisation to see what's going on.
Really good use of the existing technology.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, it didn't take much to change that or add to that. So, they're all done to the HubSpot guys. I
think too, I don't recall seeing a new feature that has actually had such excitement from clients like this one. Like we've actually had customers contacting us saying, when's that going to be switched on in my portal?
Exactly,
I'm excited.
Yeah. And so that is true. And, straight away we thought of immediate use cases and got those very nice video out from the HubSpot Services Hub homepage now. Pumped that out to the customers and they were pretty excited right from the first minute. So I agree that it's a beauty, it's a winner. It's an area where people have never paid much attention to as an integrated platform, and certainly you wouldn't want to be those old Marketos and Pardots and Fusionsoft right now.
Well, I don't think you wanted to be them anyway.
No, but they've got a long way to catch up now as
sure
HubSpot
do.
goes from
just
mighty
really
strength to strength.
rounding out that whole journey too, isn't it, for the customer, building trust for the return sale down the track maybe.
Well, speaking of sales, that's another part of the new platform, which we have the conversation side of things, which allows you to have all of your conversations centralized for your services and sales. And this goes to the whole inquiries at insertbusinessname.com here. where the perennial problem is always who gets that, who distributes that. I mean, at NextBite in those days, we had a person working pretty much part-time, just distributing leads. Yeah. So this is an automation, which I think is terrific. It's a great idea. Also allows the centralization of chats to come into the organisation so people can pick them off a bit like tickets. But it's a cool idea, that one.
Very good. I like it.
Yep.
It's going to be good to see that roll out, I reckon.
Yep. Now, I'm going to leave bots till next editions because the bot side of things has also been launched, but I haven't had time to play with it.
No.
So I'll be shooting from the hip.
Not like you. Oh, well, why should you stop in episode 52? We've only had 51 episodes of you
hip
shooting from the hip.
So let's try 53.
Excellent.
53 for the hip shot.
Well, something to look forward to in Ep 52.
Can't wait.
You done?
We're doing 52 now.
No, 53.
53, correct. Got number confusion.
Done?
Yeah, sure.
Top 5 done?
Oh, that's great.
Excellent, great. I'm going to tap into lead flows.
Ooh.
Exciting lead flows. Not just used for getting new subscribers to your database.
Oh, you've been waiting for all week to have the episode about this, haven't you?
Well, I just, you can really, you just got to think outside the square a little bit and use it for different things. And
So it's under the menu somewhere.
Under the menu somewhere. It's under lead capture and lead flows.
Great, go check it out. Yep.
And just so many cool little features that I've been able to implement in the last couple of weeks, which have been really exciting. Sign up for a webinar.
That worked.
Yeah, it worked really nicely. And on the thank you page, a link to go and select the time that you wanted to go and be part of the webinar.
Yeah, that's good.
And actually using it almost like an interactive call to action. So like popping up and actually, hey, you might like this blog, and a link through to go and visit another blog. But it's sort of semi-gated.
I've enjoyed your excitement all week about this one, but now I'm really deeply thinking about it here, trying to contribute in a meaningful way.
Oh, don't strain yourself.
It's actually, I can see its benefits and quite strong. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It really does. So being able to gate a blog, sometimes when you're in an agency scenario, you might have a customer come to you and say, oh, I want to share this blog with a media source, say.
Yeah.
And then you sort of think about it and go, okay, well, great. You're going to have a huge spike in traffic. You're not going to be able to pull any names in, so maybe this is a really cool way of doing it without going through the whole long-winded landing page scenario.
Excellent. And just for that, for the benefit of those out there, we did get a question this week about what does gating mean.
Oh, did you?
And that's quite fair. We like it when people have the simple questions. But gating is when you actually place a form or some form of harvesting device in front of the content so that you can capture people's details. And
shut the gate.
Open the gate. Gather the details and then open the gate. And you normally want to make sure your content's a good, fair exchange of value in return for their email address, which is a good one.
Good one. Nice to have a question from the crowd.
Yeah.
Very good. So that's me, lead flows. And then the other big win for me is lead ads. So obviously now with the ads add-on available through Facebook, lead ads are...
And that's pretty much a must-have. If you're using Facebook, you've got to have it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, once you have it, you realise just how beneficial it really is. And it's taking... it's not obviously taking the ads manager, business manager out of the equation. It's just enhancing the experience and bringing it all into one space. So a lead ad, Adam, is something that happens now on the Facebook platform. So you don't actually leave Facebook and go back to the website. You fill in a form.
I've got another hour of surfing for stuff we're already I need to catch up on.
So you just stay on Facebook, which is actually part of a trust building exercise because people are really suspicious of having to leave the Facebook platform.
They're suspicious of getting to it in the first place, but everyone still wants to use it.
So a really, really great tool. I'm seeing significant improvement in conversion. Numbers are really up this month for a couple of clients and bringing in new names to databases, which is awesome. But then the fun thing is, and this is... no, I'm going to hold because that's my tip. So just remember that, lead ads, and then when we get to tips, I'm
going to bookmark it.
I'm going to bookmark that and bring that back.
Well, whilst we're bookmarking, we're talking about awesome stuff. A few other things did sneak under the radar that are absolutely sensational things, and this is the great challenge of the last 2 weeks. There's been so much to comprehend, but we've got A/B testing for website pages now.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Because that was obviously in landing pages and other areas of the platform email, but now we've got it in web pages, which is kind of really where you want it most, isn't it? To make sure your
Yeah,
content's converting.
definitely.
So that's exciting. And the other thing too, of course, is that Shopify integration with HubSpot's now gone live. We love it. It's out of beta, going great guns there. So really worth considering getting a shop for something, even if it's just your ebooks. You can download ebooks, documents from the shop. So check out Shopify. We are Shopify partners, do a lot of work in that space, and it is a clean and tidy implementation zone, one that we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very, very good. Great to have it all streamlined and living under the one bonnet, if you like.
Bonnet.
All right.
Americans don't know what bonnet is.
Bonnet, hood.
Hood of the car.
Hood of the car. Tips. What are your tips for the week?
Well, I've got en masse ideas for HubSpot. So this is the tips. Shout out to the HubSpot team in Boston. We've got some cool things to think about here. First of all, I'd like to see, Zaahn, the ability to brand the reports, because obviously you and I get lots of reports being an agency. And it'd be great to be able to put a logo on top of those reports. The HubSpot logo is delicious, of course, we love it, but it'd be terrific to actually be able to put the brand of the company and even your own brand if you're the partner, along with HubSpot, to actually identify those. That'd be really helpful, I think.
Absolutely. Yep. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yep. And look, here's another small one which I came across, is that we should be able to name the modules. So in the back of the website template editor, where we've got all those modules we're now working with, and flexible modules are fantastic. You can go ahead and add them into your website pages and your blogs really easily. But of course, once you have a big website page, you actually have a lot of header, rich body, CTA. So it's a simple one. It's right there. It'd be good to be able to just have a little pencil icon and click on that and name those modules, I reckon. So that'd be a good one to help. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And then the other thing I want to put out there, which is after playing with the new conversations and messages, the messages option, which of course allows you to have the live chat module down the bottom right side. Now HubSpot's getting much better with that. Obviously there are third-party products out there like Drift, for example, that are somewhat more endowed with features, but it'd be great to be able to actually allow wildcard searches to occur on that specification of the actual messengers, where you say which pages you want it to actually occur. So if you've got enterprise, for example, you've got 10 domains and lots of pages, that would be an absolute nightmare trying to put all those different pages in there.
Excellent.
Know what I mean?
Have you given us your tips or what you'd like to change?
Oh, that's what I like to change. Tips?
You've hashtag girlboss too soon.
Oh, the running sheet of this program may need some too big. I can't see it.
I think we're going okay. It's just you.
All right, well, give us your tip then, and I'll get my tips sorted out. I've talked too much on things I want to change.
All right, so my tips are all about making lists using certain features from the from the Facebook Business Manager. So each of your ad sets, each of your campaigns, your ad sets, and your ads have their own ID number.
Ooh.
So campaign has an ID number, ad set 1, ad set 2, ad set 3, they all have their own unique ID number, right?
Great.
So what you're wanting to do is focusing on your ad sets, go into HubSpot, create lists based on the Facebook ad property, ad ID, and give the number. What that will do is pull all your leads in based on ad ID.
The ad.
Now that all sounds like, pretty straightforward.
It all adds up.
It all adds up, pretty straightforward. But what you can do then is make audiences out of them and then go back into HubSpot, into Facebook.
Go again.
No, stop talking when I'm talking. And create lookalike audiences and up and down your percentages.
Mm-hmm.
You may now speak.
Great idea.
Thank you. So there you are. That's my little tip for the week, using the ad set ID to go and make lists. It also lets you really easily see like personas and demographics if you're using your ad sets to split out into
That's an excellent tip, that one.
Demographics.
So it means you can actually use the demographics, create a list, then work out what the demographics are of that list.
Yeah, so like, you might have a property investor. So that's
cool.
That demographic. I can tell you right now, I've had 21 property investors this month. And that's the ad set that I've
That's a legitimately good tip.
Thank you, Adam. Not just here for my behind the microphone good looks.
Yeah, you are a model.
Alrighty, so hashtag girlboss.
What about my tip?
Well,
I've got one.
I was just going to say we'll pause and wait for you to get your
The cat's back. Okay.
Yeah. What's your tip?
Oh, my tip is one I've got earlier from a social media expert who showed me. It was awesome that you actually can now click on the people that liked your Facebook post and then invite them to become a fan.
Great work.
Yeah, you might have told me that one about 20 minutes ago.
No, that's a cool little feature, isn't it?
Yeah, very excited. Just to run through that again, if you get likes on your Facebook page and then you click on a button, and the button then will go ahead and allow you to invite those people to your page.
Yeah, so you click on the names of the people who have given it the thumbs up, and it pops up with a little pop-up, and then if they already like your page, it will say liked, but then if not, you're able to invite them. So a really good way of building up your page likes again.
Yeah.
And if you've got content that's engaging and, posing value for the customers, then they're going to be liking it, and then it gets a little bit of virality. Next minute, you know.
Well, you've been seeing some interesting results. I mean, Facebook Armageddon that occurred a couple of months ago isn't quite as bad as it seems, is it? I mean, you've been seeing good numbers come out of organic.
Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing good numbers coming out of organic, but I think what that's telling us more than anything is that maybe we're on the right path with the content that we're making for our clients.
Oh, well done us.
I don't want to,
blow your own trumpet.
But so exciting times. If your content's worthy, then it's going to work. So it's really cool. But you're right. I am not seeing a decline in organic traffic on social media at this stage.
Wasn't the big
Facebook.
Well, I think if you're doing pathetic and bad content that's talk about yourself, then probably.
And there's plenty of people out there not doing great content.
Yeah.
Let's not get it wrong.
Well, have you seen my Instagram feed?
Very good. All right. #girlboss. I'm going to jump in with both feet on this one.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. If I was in charge for a day, I would love to see lead scoring set up per domain in HubSpot.
Awesome. That's so overdue.
I know.
We've been moaning about that for about 2 years now.
Yeah, and we've kind of
This is enterprise HubSpot.
Yeah.
Where you've got multiple domains, and currently lead scoring doesn't filter based on the domains. So if you've got different companies and different businesses running out of the very expensive enterprise portal, worth it, but this just has to get fixed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm all over this one. This is a terrible.
And then spinning off from that is actually having sources per domain. So if you've got more than one website, it's difficult to see your true traffic for that one isolated website. So they're my two little #girlbosses for today: lead scoring and sources per domain.
Yeah, they definitely need to be fixed. That's a real problem.
Excellent.
Particularly as this has been an issue for a couple of years, and it's part of enterprise that you really need to see.
Yeah.
You need to see those numbers.
Yeah, you do.
And lead
you really
scoring is
do.
important. So there are some hacks as to get around it, though, for the lead scoring side of things, which we've successfully worked out.
That.
And so I'll try and describe it in 20 seconds. What you're able to do is go ahead and create a counter for page count. So what you're able to do is go to the workflows, and you are able to create a page counter property and then increment that using workflows every time somebody goes to the URL that contains that domain. So that's not lead scoring, but it's page counting. It's sort of a little bit of a helper.
Yeah.
So at least you get the page count, because at the moment you can only get the page count for all website pages.
Yeah.
So that's actually another addition, not just about lead scoring. They need a page counter for different domains.
Yes, that would be good too.
Which would feed into sources.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well done.
Solved. Awesome. Very good. Perhaps if anyone else has got any tips out there, feel free to get in touch with us, and we would very happily share them on our podcast.
And problems we can solve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're not scared.
So episode 53 next week, I've actually got another tip from one of our HubSpot partners, which I'm going to...
very helpful.
Well, not a tip,
Great.
but a wish list item. So I'm going to bring that to the episode next week, episode 53. So definitely tune back in for that one.
And we have been getting some people wondering what happened to our first big reveal. We trumped it with George B.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, George B took over.
So that's coming episode 55.
55, you say?
What we actually did for 10 months when we went on the air.
Excellent.
It's all about us, remember?
Very good.
Breaking the number one rule of inbound.
How very, very inbound of you.
Not. Oh, and by the way,
yes.
inbound, speaking of.
Yes, inbound.
September 4 to 7.
Not long now.
Very excited. Booked the hotel this week and got the agenda under control. HubSpot Partner Day, of course, on the Monday. Then it's all go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Absolutely. Big week.
Rockin' Boston.
Looking
Everyone
forward
should
to
go to that. Everyone should be going to that. Anybody who's listened to this should go
Totally.
to that. Yeah, it's amazing.
Very worthwhile.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, you can hear more, read more, see more of us at HubnSpoke on our website, or follow us on Twitter. All the channels. We're everywhere.
All the channels.
All the channels. Excellent. Thanks, Adam.
Take it away, Cecilia.
You have been listening to Hub and Spoke. For all the new shows, check out www.thekingdom.com.au/Hub and Spoke. You have been listening to Adam Steinhardt and Zaahn Johnson of The Kingdom, an inbound marketing agency from Adelaide, South Australia. HubSpot Platinum Partners and the International HubSpot Partner of the Year 2015.